Hi, Julia Watts here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video we're going to be looking at Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials again, and I'm also going to team it up with the Art Inspirations Mr. Barghest doggies, and you'll find everything I'm using, or most of it, available on my website juliawattscrafts.co.uk. And so what we're going to be using is Elizabeth Craft Designs 2055 tab 4 with tags. So you get loads of tags on here. There's 5 tags, and you've got your tab planner page, and then you've got some reinforcers on here as well, and then you've got this little extra sort of ticket that you can add on as well. So there's that one. We're also going to be using note pieces, because I use note pieces a lot. Lots and lots of different kind of torn paper pieces. We've got wraparound pieces, we've got reinforcers, we've got like little luggage labels here. Loads on there. This is 1739 Planner Essentials 21 note pieces. And I'm also going to use the alphabet from this one, which is tab 5 with sliders. So you've got words like love, you, us, that and this, but what Esther did was she put all of the remaining letters in this extra die here, which means you have got a full alphabet, which is absolutely brilliant. And I am going to do a video on how to use the slider as well, so check that out when it's live. And we're also bringing in some extra bits and pieces. I'm going to bring in Woodware Lost and Found die set, which works really well with it. And we're also bringing in this one that's never off my desk, which is Poole's layered rip papers. And I'm going to be using a background stamp from Elizabeth Craft Designs. This is background stamps 2, which I haven't got yet, but I will be getting soon, hopefully. And the doggies that we're using Happy Your Home from Art Inspirations. I think I've got one of those left. And we're using, wasn't me, which unfortunately I've sold out of, but you will find on the Art Inspirations website. Sorry, he's very dirty because he's been very, very loved. So that's what we're planning to use. So let's crack on and start. I'm also going to be using a couple of stencils as well, so we'll bring those in as and when. Keep my stamps so I know where they are. So I did do a video showing how to make this, which again uses Art Inspirations stamps, the cat's rule, and then we've got the pedigree in the little pocket there. So do check out this video if you've missed this. And we've used note pieces on here. This is the tab 4 with tags as well. And I want to do something on the back. Okie dokie. So let's add a little bit of interest to the background here. And I'm going to try, I don't want to get this all mucky because it's already finished. So we're just going to try and keep it fairly clean. This is the Flow stencil from Fairy Hugs, which again you will find over on my website as a little reminder of where it is. And I'm going to go kind of blue or teal and brown on this side. So we're using Peacock feathers. I'm not going to stamp on this because we've got bits and pieces underneath, so the stamping won't be brilliant, but I can stamp on the other layers as well. So let's just add a little bit of interest from Flow. And I'm using Distress ink because my Distress ink's on my brushes rather than Oxide. If there was Oxide on my brushes, I'd be using Oxide. Yeah, that adds a little bit of interest, doesn't it? Just want to take away the plainness. And the papers are from Tim Holt's Crowded Attic paper pad, which is from a very long time ago. So you may or may not be able to find that anywhere. I certainly haven't got it. Well, I've got it for me to use, obviously. I've been sitting on this for ages. I'm sure a lot of you do that. You buy these papers and you can't bear to use them. I have got some Elizabeth Craft designs that I've had for years and I haven't used those either, so I must get those out now that I've got the dies. That'll do. A little bit of interest. Okay, so that's going to wash off with water. And we'll do some more mucky stuff as well while we're here, and I'll clean that in a minute. I've got one of the note pieces here. This is just Scorched Timber Distress Oxide, I think, that I've just misted with water and picked up off my craft sheet, and then once it's dry I've cut it out of one of the note pieces dies, and it is on a super smooth watercolour card. So on this one we're going to actually bring in geometric dots, I think. This is from Tailor Made Journals, and I do like this one. I use this one on the other side just for a little bit of subtle dots, hopefully not too dark. I don't want them too dark, I don't want too many. That's fine, that's perfect. Happy with that. Now we will clean. Oh, need my mister. Okay, so we're all nice and clean now. And this is one of the tags from the tab, what is it, tab 4 with tags? Yes, I think it is. And I've cut it out of the Dotty and Gingham paper pad from Woodware. And I've chosen the blue this time. You can see it on the other side, it's double-sided. You've got the Gingham pattern. And we're just going to add some paw prints to this, I think. And I'm going to go for the new Bali blue. And let's see what happens with this actually, because if you've got a dirty stamp, then is it? Oh, I've actually cleaned it. If you've got a dirty stamp, a different colour Versafine will actually reignite what was there before, and then you get a different colour coming out. So let's see how this stamps. I chose it because it was a very similar colour, because I just want these paw prints to be quite subtle in the background. I mean, a lot of them are going to get covered up. Like so, I think that'll be good. Will we see any? Hopefully we'll see some. This is where I go overboard. And I put too many on. Let's have one coming off the top. Stop, Julia, step away from the paw prints. What am I like? So this paw print is from the Wasn't Me stamp set from Art Inspirations. You get that over on the Art Inspirations website, because I've sold out. I do have a few of the characters left, including the pet pads, which is where they live. So that's the background on that one. Happy with that. And this has been cut using one of the dies from Sam's layered ripped papers. So it's this one, which is like a notebook page. And there is actually a Woodware, I mean, this is from the, actually this one is from the different paper pad. It's from, let me have a look at the name. It's from this one, the Vintage Shabby from Holz. Again, I've had this years, but I really, really like it, and I've only just recently started using it. Again, it's double-sided, really pretty. Yes, so if you haven't got these sort of papers, there is the Woodware mini notebook page stamp that Francoise has designed, and that works really well with this die. But we're going to stamp this, I think, on the background on here, these numbers. And do I want to do the whole thing? I think I might, so let's put it on a block. Obviously I could use my stamping platform, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use it on a block because I'm not bothered whether it stamps perfectly. In fact, I'll be quite happy if it doesn't. Roll that on there. And I do want it to be very subtle, so I'm going to go for this colour that's been stamped in the background with that stamp, which is Sand Dune, which is another of the new Versafine Clairs. Oh, that's a brush on the floor. Jolly good. They are very juicy, actually, these new Versafine Clairs. I've got to go to the side because I have to stamp it on the side. I'm going to go off the page slightly so that when I stamp again it'll be off the page. Hopefully it's not too wonky. I don't mind it being a little bit wonky, but hopefully it's not too wonky. Perfect. It's actually come out darker than I thought. I picked up the right one. And now I want to go down just on this side here to extend that. That's a really nice stamp. I'm definitely going to get some of these in for my website. I'm hoping that if they do another Planner Essentials release, perhaps in August, then I'll put an order in then, because I just put an order in when they released David's new Christmas collection. So although it was sat in the warehouse waiting to be dispatched, I couldn't actually add anything to it. So it'll have to wait because I get hit with import duties. So it has to be a reasonable size order. There we go. Lovely. Loving that stamp. Loving it. Marvellous. So don't all run off and try and find it somewhere else. Wait for me to get it. Just saying. So put me getting it and then you've gone and bought it somewhere else, or bought it somewhere else, you don't want it anymore. Just saying. That's all the stamping. Right. Oh no, it's not. I'm lying. I'm going to get my stamping platform out now because we're going to actually stamp the doggy. Nope. Don't think that. And let's see, let's put a little bit of PVA on the back to keep it in place because I'm not putting it up into the corner so I can fiddle around with it. So we'll be able to use a magnet though. And have you got something to sand in here? Right, okay. Right, so Happy Your Home, he comes with a little bit of grass to sit on, and then you've got the doggy, and then you've got his sentiments that come with him. And it is a little A7 set. So we're going to stamp the grass first. And we'll put it down there like so. Get some more magnets in. I haven't picked up a green. I need to find a green. Let's just go for Green Forest, which is one of the older ones, but really nice one. The new ones are really, really juicy. Really juicy. Okay, there's our grass for him to sit on. Where did that kitchen roll go there? If you can see my desk. Absolute tip. There's a stamp there, I don't know where that's come from. Okay, let's add our doggy. He's very happy doggy. So he's going to sit down there like so. So we can bring the magnets in there. And we're going to stamp him with Pinecone Versafine Clair, which is one of the older ones as well. So he's brown rather than black. Good old press. Might need to go a second time, but we'll see, because the watercolour card really kind of draws the ink in. It's great for stamping on, but it does draw the ink, so a lot of the time you do need to stamp twice, which is obviously why a stamping platform is brilliant. I'm not going to colour in now, but I will colour him in with pencils afterwards. I've got some Derwent watercolour pencils which I really like, so I'll probably use those. There we go. Looks fabulous. There he is. And when I do colour in, any dots that are all over him will disappear, but I do quite like that. If you don't want to colour in, you can actually just stamp on pattern paper, like this is actually, and you'll get away with it. You don't have to colour these images in at all if you don't want to. In fact, once I've done it, I might decide I'm not going to. I don't know, we'll see. Look out for the image that's with the video, and that will show you whether I did colour it in or not. So that's that, and then we'll use one of the sentiments that's in here because we've got space at the top, and it says, "There's nothing better than a happy dog welcoming you home." So we'll have that because it comes with it, and hopefully it's straight. Again, it's easier to line it up when it is a dirty stamp, because you can see exactly where it's going. Let me have a look. It's not straight. So another go. I've stamped too many of these wonky. It's getting on my nerves. But still, that's up a bit. Let's see if we can line it up on here. I don't know whether I've lined it up straight on the actual thing. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, I don't know whether this is lined up straight, the actual note piece is piece, so it's very hard for me to use the lines on here. But we're going with it. I think this stamp is clean. There's something on my welcoming, probably where it's been cleaned. That's better. Straightish. I think I bent the sentiment as well when I moved it. So it's either straight or bent. Not straight or bent. But you know, such is life. No problems, no worries. Don't let it stress. Okie dokie, so that's my stamping all done. And you can do a little bit of construction now. There's that out of the way. Move him out of the way. So we do want to edge though with some Oxide. So we're going to go for Scorched Timber, I think. Or shall we alternate it? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Make your mind up, Julia, quickly. So a bit of Scorched Timber, Oxide, just to edge. And we will distress this in a minute as well. I don't want to smudge my image. That'll set it off a little bit. And we'll do the same with this one. Obviously it'll show up a bit more because this is the bluey paper. And these you can kind of flick up a bit as well. If you want to make them look a little bit more dimensional. Obviously they're going to flatten in a planner. So when you're doing your, whether you're doing art journals or whether you're doing your memory books, you don't necessarily specifically have to just use, you know, dies from Elizabeth Craft Designs. You know, you can use other tags, other dies like I'm doing. Some of your photographs you can cut out with your layering dies. You know, if you can't get the right size. So you can definitely mix it up a bit and make it more interesting. And so your pages don't end up looking all the same because you've only got a few planner die sets. You know, you can, like I say, you can mix them up. I like this Poole print stamp. Nearly there. Obviously you can fast forward this bit if it's a bit boring. Okay, we do the main page as well. I think I forgot to do it. Did I do it on there? Yes, I did do it on there. I've got my reinforcers to put on. I might put those on first, actually. See, this ink has faded a little bit in the background now, so it's more in the background. Oh, got a bit of a frog. I've learnt actually after doing a few pages, because I've got all the tab dies and the original plain page, that sometimes it's a lot easier to turn your pages if there's a tab on it, just FYI. So a lot of mine are just plain pages and it's harder to turn a page. But if you've got, you know, tabs, whether they be in order or not, they don't have to be in order. There's something to grab hold of to actually move it, and you can actually stamp on there as well. My stencils stopped there, which is a little bit annoying, but hey ho. Right, so that's the base piece. I've also got another couple of pieces. I've got a couple of these. These are been cut with the set with the alphabet on it, which I think is tab 5 with the slider. And these are the last two. I do like these papers. They're really pretty for, you know, I did a wedding page for my daughter and her husband, and so you can use the pink and greys for that. I'm in the process of making a birthday card with the grey and the blue, which I will video as well. Okay, that's all my edging done. now I need to remember what I'm doing on my page. Right, so I've got some reinforcements here, and this is one of the new ones from pack 3, and I've cut this out and it's got words on it, so I need to make sure the words are up the right way, and it's got double-sided adhesive on the back. I do have double-sided adhesive sheets and the 4-inch roll on my website. Very useful. You know, you look at the 4-inch roll and you think, oh, that's really expensive, but it lasts. I've still got the first one I had, and I did buy a second one from the TV, and I haven't even opened that one yet. And now I've got some in stock as well. So, got plenty. So that lines up over there. Hopefully I can see it properly. Obviously you don't have to cut them out with a double-sided adhesive, you can use glue. There's that on there. So those are they. And we're going to have our tag is going to go on here, like so. So we're just going to glue that down. I could use tape, but it's my art journal, so I'm going to use glue. Keep my tape for my photographs. Not loads. This paper here is only 150 GSM, so I don't want to put too much on it. So let's put it about there, I think. I'll move it over just as a smidgen. Let me see. Because it's got glue on, I can tell whether it's straightish. I don't think this is cut out straightish, which doesn't help. Everything's ish. I've got a reinforcer from the same set, which is going to go on there like that. There's lots of reinforcers. Some of them fold over. This is obviously one of the plain ones, so you don't need to put double-sided adhesive on this if you don't want to. Like so, there we go. That's going to go on there. That coordinates. And then this one is going to go here, I think, because he's going to go here, like that. And we're going to have these dropping off here, like that. I think that's the layout that we want. But we've also got some bits and pieces from that lost and found to go on, so I need to be able to tuck these in. So this I was going to put in here like that, so that's going to be a bit of a challenge, isn't it? So what we're going to do is we're going to stick these two together first. I like a challenge. I don't want anything to be too easy. Let's see where it's going to go. It's going to go there. I'll go on there like that. Okay. And then we can stick that. Why did I do it like that? I can't. It's over my words now, isn't it? It's not how I wanted it to be. Let's have it there like that then. So we'll have a bit of tape on the back of that so we can secure that. See, I have a plan in my head and then I forget what that plan is. Within seconds. Okay. And then this, oh, I have a bit of glue on the back of that. I hate doing this with my fingers and things. It's not that I don't mind, I don't like glue on my fingers, I just don't like doing it. Then we've got this little bulldog clip, and you cut the same die out and then you just cut the actual clip itself, and then we can add that as if it's, you know, because they are, aren't they? They're not all one colour. They've got the bit of metal on them. Just dab off that excess. And then we can pop it on here to make it look like a proper bulldog clip. I've got glue everywhere. Once it's dry, I will be able to use an adhesive eraser on it, and then I can buff it up. Okay, that's that. Right, let's get this on, and then we can figure out. I can't remember where I was going to put the bulldog clip, to be honest. Maybe I was going to put it there. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll put it there anyway. That's where it's going. Back off that. And I'll probably put this underneath my piece of MDF that's underneath here, just to make sure that it flattens out because of the glue on the paper. That's about there. Oh, I was going to distress that. Too late. Can't do that now. Told you. It stays in my head about 5 seconds and then it's gone. You can use your pokey tool. Let's see if I can do it. See, this is actually quite thick card, so you can use your pokey tool to actually just pull it and distress the edges. I'm managing it just about to give it more of a shabby look. If you want to, obviously it's optional. I haven't got glue on that bit, so I'm getting away with it. At least I didn't forget, you know, just remember it until when I'd finished. Okay, that just gives it a bit of a distressed edge. Hopefully you can see that. Right, let's get these on as well. So the Dotty and Gingham isn't very thick paper, so it's easy to pop things on top of that. So I was going to drop down from that like so. And then drop down from this as well. Which is a bit thinner. Oh, can't go over the edge there. I want to keep my reinforcers nice and untouched. Okay, so that's how we're going to do that then. It's not straight. Up, come. That's as straight as it's going to be. Right, so let's get this bulldog clip on. And you can just, it's got an indentation, so you can, I'm going to get glue all over my fingers again. You can just raise that up. I don't want to get glue on both my fingers. I can't show you, can I? There we go. Can you see it now? Hopefully. Let's get that glue off my finger, else it's going to go everywhere. Definitely a bit cack-handed today. Of course it would land on the glue side, wouldn't it? At least it didn't land on the floor. I think I should just give up today. Let's just dab off off some of that glue on the top bit. And we'll add that in like so. Stay. Just add something to it. Okay, and then I cut a sentiment out using that alphabet that I said about, I told you about. Where's my lid? There's my lid. And I've got it in a bag so I didn't lose any of it. And I was going to say, it's going to be, we should have B there, couldn't we actually? We should have B there, because I don't think it's going to fit B. Just checking it's going to fit more. Dog. I might add some other embellishments up there actually, like a heart or something. So let's get these on. It's got double-sided adhesive on the back. It is actually very handy having it all as one die. Obviously you end up cutting letters you don't want, but it just means that you won't lose the letters because they're all together. Whereas if you've got the tiny dies, like some of the sets have got tiny dies in them, and I'm always worried that I'm going to lose something like an R or an A, or you know, something quite important. Mind you, they're all important. When you lost one, you realise you need it. So B, and this is Chocolate Bliss card from Sentimentally Yours. So it is actually 270 GSM, so it's going through the double-sided adhesive and the card. The die is cut really well. I use a Coochie Creations Go Power, and most of the time I don't actually use the metal shim. I just use the 3mm and the 5mm. And I do buy the replacement, what's it called, cutting plates from eBay, slip screen, because they're a lot cheaper, and they come quite quickly as well. Be more. You know, I think I probably will colour him. I can't decide whether to colour him in or not. I probably will. Just a few brown pencils. Be more. Sometimes I think we should all be a bit more dog. They're always happy, aren't they? As long as they're well looked after, they're happy dogs. Be more. Maybe there. I could have started them more further over, couldn't I? Made it more central. Oh well, it's done now. If you make it, you can do it so it's lined up properly. So there, let's just drop him down so you can see it all. There we go. So yes, so that's all done. So I've got my back and my front all done now. Cool. Hope you've enjoyed that. There'll be a full list of what I've used in the description of the video. And as I said, you'll find pretty much everything I've used over on my website. The Wasn't Me stamp set you can get from Art Inspirations website. Obviously the papers, as I said, you probably can't get any more, so I'm sorry about that. But you know, lots of us have got papers, so use what's in your stash. Do like and subscribe if you're not already, my YouTube channel, and do leave a comment. Most of them get held just in case we get spammers, but I will read them and make them live as long as you're a real person. And yeah, do check out some of my other videos. Thank you for watching.